Hey, what's up, y'all? Tonight I want to talk to you about my COVID experience. And I'm hoping that I can share this information and it might help somebody. Um, so we're in the middle of 2022, June, at the end of June of 2022. I caught COVID around the beginning of June of 2022. So it's this, it's like a subvariant. It's been through. I don't even know I don't even think they have a name for it, but I think it's post Omicron or whatever. So anyway, I don't want to get too winded about this. We've all heard a lot about COVID, but I mean, I feel like I have a little bit different of experience that could possibly help somebody out. So my whole family caught COVID. I've been exposed to COVID. Okay, so first of all, like I'm mid 40, I'm 40s, unvaccinated, relatively healthy. We'll say those things out of the bat. I live with three other people, wife and two kids, and they all caught COVID. So they all came positive for COVID. I was negative. And I've never had COVID. Neither has anybody in my family. And we're definitely 2.5, 3 years in. So they all tested positive. I was negative, and I just thought that I was immune because I had been around people before that had had it and I didn't catch it. So I thought, I don't even have, I'm not even going to, catch this. I'm relatively healthy, so I kind of got cocky a little bit. No, I'm healthy. I'm not going to. But about day four, I started getting, at day four after they had caught it, I started getting a scratchy throat. And they're already kind of on the mend. I started getting a scratchy throat. On day five, I woke up and felt like I had allergies, which was a Saturday. Felt like I had allergies, kind of a stuffy head a little bit, and then towards the middle of day five and the end of day five, I tested positive, which day five for them, which had been Saturday for me. So Friday night I get a scratchy throat. That was really all I had, but I already knew, like you could tell, like I was like, oh, I got this coat. I caught that shit. Saturday I woke up, felt like I had allergies. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I took a test and the line was real faint. So I knew like I had it because I had tested before then I've been testing every day, as a matter of fact, after I caught it, and there was no line. And there was a faint line. And those tests, by the way, those home tests that the government sends you, them things are pretty accurate. Because after I didn't get COVID, like the day when it declined, the line got lighter. Like they're pretty accurate. And when you got it full fledged, that line's real dark. So anyway, Saturday, which would have been the day I tested positive, that evening, like right after I went out and walked, I just wanted to try to keep my mind a little bit occupied. And when I got back home that night, I started kind of feeling shitty. My hips were aching real bad, and I had some chills. So I knew I was running a fever. And then Sunday, I woke up. That whole day, I ran a fever. It was the highest I seen was like 102.8, but no other symptoms, no cough, nothing like that. I was just running a fever, and with the fever came like the aches and chills. I got some chills. Sunday night, I finally broke down and took two Advil. I knew the fever was about over because my wife and kids ran a fever for 2 days, so I knew I was trying to let my body fight it. So I took two Advil, and about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock that night, and about four, and I went to sleep probably about midnight. About 4 o'clock that morning, I woke up and broke my fever had broke. Like I was real sweaty, like everything's, you know how it is. You break your fever, sweats everywhere. And then, so I woke up Monday, and I felt pretty decent. Like I had like a 99 fever, but I felt decent. Like I didn't really feel sick. So I was like, man, I got this. I'm gonna go to the park and work out. It was like 90 degrees outside. So I go down there, I do one set of pull-ups and dips. And walking back to my truck, I started feeling a little bit of shortness of breath. I'm like, damn, I got some shortness of breath. Well, I called my brother, and he was like, oh, yeah, everybody gets that or whatever. And I called my buddy who had just got over COVID, and he was like, man, I couldn't breathe for 6 weeks. And so it got into my mind that, oh, well, everybody just gets this shortness of breath. But nobody in my family had got that. Excuse me, I got to take a drink of this beer. Nobody in my family had got that. My wife is a nurse, and she was telling me this variant doesn't mess with your lungs. I'm like, whatever. So I started feeling shortness of breath. The next day, I felt the same thing. But here's what I want to tell some of you, anybody listening. Because I really hope that I can help somebody that to not go through what I went through. So the shortness of breath is different. Like I had asthma growing up. Asthma. Anybody who has asthma, like you're not talking when you have asthma. Your O2 is low. Like your lips are blue. Like you can't breathe. You're not doing anything. This was different. It felt like I couldn't catch my breath. and I kept feeling like I needed to take a deep breath. And I just thought, well, maybe this COVID affects your lungs a little bit differently. But my O2 never went below 95. But I would just get this feeling like I was short of breath and like needed to take a deep breath, and then I couldn't take a deep breath, and it was panicking me, and it was causing me to have extreme anxiety. Like I was getting really, really bad panic attacks. Anyway, this went on for about 3 weeks, and I thought that just COVID had messed up my lungs, and it was I knew that some of it was anxiety, but I thought that the COVID was triggering. Well, I go to the doctor, they do a whole bunch of tests, X-rays, breathing tests, heart tests, all these tests. Everything comes back normal. I walk out of the doctor, I never had that feeling again. So what I'm trying to tell you all, and I hope that this might help somebody, is basically my anxiety was suffocating me. Like it was the worst anxiety I ever had in my life. Like I honestly felt like I was being suffocated, like I was being tortured. And then I have OCD, so my OCD wouldn't stop. So anyway, anybody who has like some health anxiety and got COVID or is going to get COVID, and you have it's like if your O2 is okay and like you have that feeling like you just can't take a deep breath where you're getting a full breath, but you can breathe fine, you can talk fast, everything like that. I'm gonna give you some advice. It's all anxiety. My wife told me it was all anxiety. I was like bullshit. Like I can't breathe. Once you just go to the, I mean, if this doesn't like if it doesn't help you for people to tell you that it's anxiety, just go to your doctor, get a chest X-ray, just tell them that you got health anxiety, and just if you are having that feeling, because I'm just telling you, it was it was bad. Like and look, I'm not on here looking for no sympathy. I don't give a shit about oh, I'm so sorry you went to. I'm not telling this for that. I'm just telling you that it was really, really, really bad, and it was anxiety. And as soon as I fixed my mind and like got the all like the all clear from the doctor, it immediately went away. So anyway, I mean, maybe I'm 1 in 7 billion. Maybe I'm the only person on planet Earth that happened to. I mean, but if not, if it's happening to you, just know that it's a real thing and it's anxiety. Just go get. For me, what helped was just to go get all the tests that you can take. Tell your doctor like, hey, I need to know that I'm okay. I want to, and everything was fine. And once you know it, you're fine. Like you can't, you know what I mean? Like your mind can't really play tricks on you. So anyway, that's it. I hope this helps somebody. Actually, I hope that nobody watches this who had that because I'm just telling you it was pure hell. So I hope nobody actually watches it. But if you are going to that and watch that, I hope this helps you out. All right, God bless.